Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is going on? It's your boy Preston, Fat Samurai Guy, back again and hanging out in the dojo today with me is producer, cinematographer, filmmaker. He's done it all. Niccolò de la Fère. Did I get it?
Amazing. Correct. First time ever.
Finally got you, man. I know we've been chatting for a while, and we gotta get you on the channel and talk movies and let everybody know what you do, because what you do is is fascinating stuff, man. Like I was like impressed, especially when we'll get to Affinity a little bit later. Especially when me and my buddy director Billy Hansen from Bold and Cold, we were in the theater and we watched Affinity on the big screen, and we're just like, this looks amazing. And of course, Prison of War, but we'll get all that. But man, we really appreciate what you do. So I was like, I got to reach out to the legend here because, brother, you were a part of three of my favorite action movies of last year.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's how cool is that to be a part of those projects?
But first of all, thanks for having me, and I'm glad you like those movies, cinematography of those movies. Yeah, we had a lot of fun shooting them. It's like, yeah, it came natural. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, I have to ask, like all my guests, we got to go back in time to start about the beginning of the journey. That's right. So, what got you into filmmaking, and how did you become
Wow.
a cinematographer, a thespian? Hold on, a thespian of the camera. Look at this handsome guy right here. Look at this
Nice,
guy.
nice pic. Clearly, it was posing for that picture. So, man, I mean, I always liked cinema since I was like a teenager, right? I have a bunch of friends, cinephiles. We were used to go to cinema 3 times a week, you know, talking about cinema, watching movies, and then I cultivate this passion and finished high school. I went to university. I studied cinema university, not film school, university, which is very different. And yeah, honestly, like every kid, I wanted to be a director first. It's normal, right?
Right,
You
right.
don't know
Yeah.
how what the job is. And then when I start actually do the job, I realized that I like it more to be in the camera. And I start like second assistant and then camera operator, and then eventually I became a DP. But yeah, I mean, I always loved cinema, man. Like it's been one of my passions since I was a teenager. So yeah, and
Oh,
another
cool.
passion was martial art, which I practiced since I was 6. So actually, I combined my two passions in life, cinema and martial art, and put them together, and you know,
How
that's
cool.
my job basically now. I'm
Yeah.
lucky
And
because
yeah,
not many people can say that.
yeah. And
When your
obviously
passion
you
become a job.
right. And we're going to show a couple of clips from Affinity later. So obviously, your martial arts training plays into how you move that camera around,
Yeah,
which we'll get to
absolutely.
that. Yeah, yeah, man. But I mean, look at these beauties here. Look at these. You want to talk about these?
Yeah, this is which production is the last one. When this picture is from, I cannot see what's in the screen. I
What kind
think
of
this
cameras
is
are those?
this is the Alexa 35. Alexa 35, yeah, is the new Alexa camera, the last one. Very heavy camera.
I mean, I'm
To
looking
be
at you right
honest.
here. I mean,
Yeah,
man, you got
yes.
to be in shape. You got
Yeah,
to be
you
in
have
shape.
to, man. It's like, especially if you mount heavy lenses, and especially if you hold the camera like steering wheel, right? For shooting this
Yeah,
fight scene, you hold the camera like this, so all the weight goes on your biceps, your shoulder. So you need to be in shape. It's like you need to train, and you
yeah.
need to move very fast in sync with the performer. So absolutely, it's a very physical job. Yeah.
Copy that. Well, it looks like it. It looks like it. Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
someday they want to make those cameras smaller, but yeah. Actually, heavy cameras is not always bad because it means also they don't vibrate. So you
Hmm.
make them vibrate when you want to. But like
Right.
if you see back in the days, the movies also, if the shot is handheld, the camera does not vibrate too much. Does not shake too much because the cameras were very heavy. And
Yeah.
the lighter the camera, less control you have, but of course it's easier to do the job, you know. So,
Right,
but
right, right. But man, just phenomenal stuff. But I just got to rewind a little bit. What was some of your favorite movies
well,
growing up?
well, if you want to talk about like martial art movies, right? In
Sure.
general, yeah. But man,
Yeah.
I next to my home there was this VHS store, like they were renting VHS, and I remember, man, I was going there every couple of days to rent Van Damme movies. Man, I
That's
grew up
right.
with Van Damme. Van Damme was my favorite, you know, and I was renting Kickboxer, The Quest, Bloodsport, of course, and then also the Bruce Lee movies, which, you know, for me is very hard to tell you the titles of Bruce Lee movies because in Italy we change all the title of the movies, right? Like completely, like
Yeah.
the name, it doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
you cannot recognize the movie if I tell you the title. And I actually I'm not sure I know the titles in English, but of course, you know, the let me think. Fist of Fury, I think is the one with
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, the one in Italy. Then no, sorry. Oh man, yeah. But anyway,
Hey,
the
we
Bruce Lee
changed the
movies.
titles
Oh
over here too. So it was a Chinese
yeah.
connection over here. So,
Oh, but yeah,
so
exactly. No,
yeah.
but in
But I
Italy
know
they
what
do
yeah, I know
this.
what you're talking about. Fist of Fury,
Fist of Fury, yeah.
Game of Death, Return of the Dragon, Way of the
Enter
Dragon,
the,
and
yeah.
Enter the Dragon. Yeah.
Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, all of them, and yeah, I mean,
How cool.
I was inspired. You know, I was watching this movie, and then I was going to training. You know, it was so cool. Like the power that the energy these movies could give you, and you know, uh,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me now to watch a movie and be inspired, like at that time. You know, like
Yeah.
it really, you know, pushed me to train more, to exercise, and to
Yeah.
go to the gym.
What type of
It
martial
was
arts
so
did you
good.
train again?
So but I started with karate Shotokan. Then I did,
Yo.
yeah, when I was 6. Then when I was 10, I started to do kickboxing.
Yeah.
And then at 13, I started to do Kung Fu,
Oh,
Shaolin
all
in
right.
South, yes. And I was doing like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was doing kickboxing, and Saturday sparring. And Tuesday and Thursday, I was doing Kung Fu. So I was doing like my full week basically. I had no stop.
Man.
And I did this for many years. And then, you know, at some point, I dropped Kung Fu. I just did kickboxing, Muay Thai. And
Yeah.
yeah, and that, but you know, I kept doing that until I was 31, 32. And then, you know, it's funny because, you know, when I came to Thailand, I moved to Thailand and I stopped to training because it's too hard here, and there are a lot of distractions, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're doing your filmmaking thing too. You're a busy
yeah,
man. So yeah, you got to find the
absolutely.
time to splice into to training and the filmmaking. But speaking of filmmaking, I got some screenshots here from other projects, and we're going to get to, of course, some of my favorites of yours. But these are just beautiful work, man. I mean, look at these
Okay.
shots. I mean,
This
this is
yeah.
where was
This is
this
a
at?
Dubai. This we shot in Thailand. Is a set built, and is a Dubai series for Abu Dhabi TV actually. And yeah, they came for they shot half of the series in Dubai, and the second half they shot in Thailand, and it was fun, man. It was the director Ali Mustafa, great guy. We had great time shooting it, and yeah, I mean a lot of fight scenes because it's a series, you know. Every
Yeah.
episode end up with a fight scene, and there is actually the opening scene of the movie is like 4.5 minutes long take fight scene.
What?
Yeah,
I
yes,
got to try to
so
check
cool.
this out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it is
What was
very
the
cool
name?
scene
What was the
because
name of the show?
the
Okay.
cutoff.
Nice.
I think
Nice.
you can see on my Instagram there is the long take. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Oh, I got
yeah,
to check
and
that out.
we rehearsal like for 5 hours, and then we shot it. I think in 2 takes. The
Wow.
second one was the good one, but it was not easy because I
Nice.
have to remember all the movement, to memorize all the choreography. But it was
Right.
cool. Yeah. And then, by the way, like 5 days ago, I think they released the trailer of another series I made with the same people in Dubai and Georgia. We shot. I went there to shot all the action. A friend of mine, like an Italian DP, shot the narrative, and I went in to shoot all the actions, all the fight scene. Yeah, it's super cool. It's called the KO. The KO
Nice.
is
Okay.
gonna go out, I think, next week in Abu Dhabi TV. It's cool, like MMA TV series, because now in the Arab world, in Dubai, in the Emirates, the
Yeah.
MMA is very popular. You know,
Nice.
they go there, they do UFC there, they do boxing. You know, like in Riyadh. So they
Yeah.
promote a lot sport of combat there over there. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice. But yeah, just beautiful shots from a lot of the projects you've done here. You got old Costas Mandalore in this
Yeah,
project. Look at that guy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. The film is like actually a film that I shot with Luis Mandalore, and in November last year in Kosovo, and
Okay, okay.
it's called Boxing Kid, and
Oh,
it's
all
fun.
right.
It's almost finished. They're finalizing the score, and yeah, it's pretty cool. We had
Nice.
fun. It's like a, I don't say, it's like different movie than those that we usually do. It's a,
Right.
kid movie, like a
Yeah.
like teenagers
Family, it's
movie.
like a
Yeah,
family sports movie, something like that.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Cool. Yeah, mixing it up. Yeah. Well, you've done, looking over your work here, you looks like you've done a little bit of every type of genre, including one of my favorites, because this is what this channel is all about: martial arts, action, and horror, baby. What? You're a part of some horror
Oh
projects,
yeah,
man. How cool. How
yeah,
cool. Shark
yeah. We
movies, werewolf movies, crocodile movies. Let's go.
yeah, a
Hey,
little bit
you got to
of
do
everything.
more action horror in the future, man.
Sure, I love it. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, it's fun to mix genre like that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Christian Cesar, was the director of that Shark movie, and
Yes.
producer
I've
was
interviewed him.
Demoniel.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
he's a really
yeah.
cool
Amazing,
guy.
amazing, amazing
Yeah.
guy. We
Shout out
shot
to
here in
Christian.
Thailand, in Krabi. We've been. It's funny, you know, anecdote of that production. First day, I jumped from the boat to a little boat, because all the movies in a boat, right? They take place on a boat, and we shot on the boat. But to reach the boat, we had like a dinghy, and we had a smaller boat, like a long tail boat. So first day of shoot, I jumped from one boat to the other. I broke three bones in my foot, three
Oh,
metatarsals. Yeah,
no.
and
Wow.
my foot, it was like this fat. If I show you the picture, it was completely black. I could not walk, but I thought if I go to the hospital, I'm done with this movie. I'm gonna leave the director, without a DP the first day. So I kept shooting. I kept shooting, and I think we shot the movie in 15 days, something like that. Finished the movie. I
Wow.
went back to Bangkok and I went to do X-ray. And the doctor said to me, "Hey, you have three broken bones in your foot." And I really, and I kept working with a broken foot
It's all that
on a
martial
boat,
arts
man.
training, man.
Crazy.
It's
Yeah,
hard in you. He's like, nah,
yeah,
screw this. We gonna finish the movie. We gonna finish it. I'll take care of my foot
yeah.
later.
Yeah,
And
exactly. I
now,
mean,
now,
I didn't have
yeah.
to run in that film, because it was all static, because we were on the boat. We didn't have space. But still, man, I had a lot of pain.
Oh
It
man,
was
I
so
can't
hard.
imagine broken
But I got it
bones.
done.
So you got it.
Yeah,
You got it. It's all healed. It's all good now.
yeah.
So
Now
now
it's
you're.
perfect. Yeah.
So now your foot is stronger now. Now should we
Yeah.
call you Iron Foot?
Maybe, maybe.
Don't get kicked by this guy. Uh, but yeah, man, a lot of stuff that you've been a part of that we're going to get to that I really enjoyed, including speaking of Louis Mandalore. And shout out to Louis, man. I've been a fan of him for a while now, and I've been trying to get
Uh,
him on the channel to interview him, and he's so busy. I feel
it's a busy man.
I feel like Louis is like he's got like 20 movies a month that he's working on or part of or writing, and we've been
Yeah,
chit chatting back and forth, and he's like, "Yeah, let's try to do it on this day," and then we have to reschedule, and he's
yeah.
off
He's super
flying somewhere.
active
He's
person.
flying across the country to make a movie, but that's how it is. That's how it is. So hopefully one
He's,
day I'll
he's,
get him on here to chat
he's
with
a
me.
very active person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yeah, yeah. But shout out to not just him and Casper Van Dien and who I've interviewed way back in the day, but shout out to the director Brandon Slagle. Your first time working with Brandon on Battle for Saipan, and I don't know if you've
Yeah.
heard my story discovering the movie when I interviewed him. Did you hear my story about it? So I have to. So
I watched the interview. I just don't remember. But I
Okay,
watched
okay.
the interview.
So the cool thing about this movie is that when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, oh, this might be a solid traditional like American military movie, period piece. Like it didn't the trailer didn't really like blow me away at first because how they
Yeah.
set it up. It just looked like it might be a nice solid watch. And then I saw a scene from the movie that Brandon posted on his page. And I was like, wait a minute, that's the same movie? Wait a minute. I was like, that movie has this kind of action in it? Like
Yeah.
literally homaging the Raid and all these other kind of movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, from that trailer that I got put out there, Brandon, by the way, was not pleased with the type of trailer that was put out
I
there.
know, I know.
It's not his fault.
Yeah,
Because they did
absolutely.
not highlight that type of intensity and that type of action. And they didn't highlight that in the trailer, so I had no
No,
idea.
to be honest, man, this is like I have to say they misinterpreted the movie. Like, because that
Okay.
was not a war movie. You know, when you make a war movie, you need to be
Yeah.
very careful because there's so many people that expert of military, and they're
Right.
gonna go and they're gonna look at your movie. They're gonna check every single detail, and or you do it right, or you are in big troubles, right? But that's not a war movie. Brandon came to me and he told me, "Man, I want to make this war movie like it's a martial art movie." And
Yeah.
Battle Saipan is actually a martial art movie in a war diegesis, right? It's
Yes.
not actually
Yeah.
a war movie, and you can see that because for like the type of fight that you see in the movie, they're not realistic. They're like martial arts stuff. Is
Right.
you have a guy that killed 20 soldier with a knife, in
Yeah.
a super cool way. So
Yeah.
of course it's not a war movie, but yeah, that was the problem with the trailer. They try to market the movie in the wrong way, in my opinion, and
Right.
I think Brandon thinks the same. But
Yeah.
we shot the movie like a martial the fight scenes like a martial art film. You can tell this. Luis, by the way, in that film is amazing. Like how he moves in the fights, like the acting is amazing,
Oh,
and
he's so
Casper as
good.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody did such a great job. But yeah, the
yeah,
action is just really intense and just phenomenal job. I mean, look at how gorgeous this movie looks. I mean, phenomenal job with your
yeah.
work here, man. Mr. Jeff
Thank
Fahey
you.
there.
Thanks for having me.
The always reliable Jeff Fahey. Yeah, he's another veteran of the craft.
Oh,
But yeah,
absolutely.
man, this is like ridiculously underrated. So if you
Yeah.
guys watching this right now, if
Thank
you have
you.
not seen Battle for Saipan, please
Yeah.
please watch it. Please watch it because
Th-
it really caught
th-
me off guard. But
There
yeah,
was
I
the
actually
second.
I actually got angry when I saw that clip on his post, Brandon's post. I got mad. I was like, wait a minute, that movie has that kind of
Yeah,
action in it.
I know, I
What
know.
the hell? But we try to do our thing here, try to spread the
Yeah.
word for badassity,
Absolutely.
and
No,
get it out there.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, the distribution, they think, they do the marketing the way they think is the right way to do it. Maybe, the
yeah,
director have another vision. You never know. It's like this, So
yeah.
the
It
important thing
happens.
is the people watch the movie, they enjoy it, and
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, you guys can check it out on Tubi, Amazon Prime. It's everywhere. You can get it on DVD and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely check it out. Martial arts movie, but the war setting is kind of a theme of the day. We're going to get to another movie similar a little bit later. But
Yeah.
speaking of Lewis, Hellhound, man, this movie's
Yeah.
fucking gorgeous. This is a gorgeous looking movie. You know, I mean,
Yes.
Jesus. I mean, this is like, I mean, the cinematography in this movie is just it's 11 out of 10, man. I mean, it's such a
Thank you,
gorgeous
man.
looking movie, especially
Yeah.
when I saw the trailer. And I interviewed the director for Hellhound. Shout out to him. And really enjoyed this movie, man. This was like a dark tale of redemption, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a dark movie, but it was good. Great fight with
Yeah, it
Lewis
was
and
that.
Ron Smorenberg. And yeah, man. Yeah. What was your
Yeah.
experience filming Hellhound?
So this movie, I don't know if you know that I wrote the movie, right? And
That's right. Yeah.
basically, I wrote this during the COVID, like COVID time in Thailand, nothing to do. Like for 1 year, just chilling, going to the beach, traveling around the country. And at some point, I, I say to myself, what should I do? Should I just, wasting my time? Should I do something, important? So I just spend my time. I wrote the movie. I talked with a couple of friends. We put the movie together with Joshua, the director, yeah, as a production
Yeah.
company here. We put the movie together and, we shot it during COVID. Luis flew in. There was like a window that he could flew in. He flew in. He helped me so much in that film. And yeah, we shot it, man. It's like, it was crazy experience because it was very, 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 very low budget movie. Like people don't know how low budget movie that it was, but it doesn't look like very, very low budget,
No,
thankfully.
you would
But
never
but I
tell.
can tell you,
Yeah.
yeah, I can tell you it
Yeah.
was. And
Could
yeah,
not
the
tell
fight
at
scene
all.
are brutal in that film. They are like,
Yeah.
we wanted to make something different. The other movie we made before, so we did a lot of prosthetic. Like there are cuts that, poor blood, and
Yeah.
broken bones, and crazy stuff. Is very violent. Every fight scene ends up, there is a climax, and in the end of the fight scene something crazy happened, and
Yeah.
it's very brutal. Yeah,
Yeah. I think one of my favorite fights in the movie is the fight in the apartment
yeah.
and the fight in the parking lot, the
All
parking
right, listen,
structure.
I have a funny story for this, So
Okay.
that apartment movie, actually, that was the ex house of the director, ex apartment of the director, right? And the thing is that it's two-floor houses, townhouse here in Bangkok, right? And the thing is, we replaced some props, some breakaway, right? But not
Yeah.
all that you see in the room was actually a breakaway. They were furnitures, right? So we start shooting, and I was operating, and Josh was downstairs in another room. And basically, first take, we destroy like a cabinet, right? And Josh starts screaming, wait, stop, stop, stop. What are you doing? That's not a breakaway. We destroy his cabinet, destroy his room,
Yeah. Yeah.
and but it was worth it because it looks real, because it actually is real, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
funny, man. Poor
yeah,
Josh.
and
Shout out to Josh.
yeah. Sorry, Josh. Sorry again. We didn't know.
uh, but yeah, Hellhound was really good, man, really good. And but now we're gonna start with number one of three of my favorite movies, action martial arts movies of last year. I mean, all I gotta say is Scott Adkins fans and Marcus of War fans were eating really good last year. We were
Yeah,
eating good because these guys put out some great films. And of course, you being behind the lens, doing your thing, it really enhanced all three of these pictures because Scott Atkins, when I interviewed him, he talked about it, and Marco talked about it. I think at Big Bad Film Fest where we saw Affinity on the big screen, Brandon Slagle talked about it too, and it's important. I mean, all of them gave you shout outs, man. They all were like, "Yo, Niccolò, he did such a good job," but they all at some point would talk about how the guy behind the lens, the guy, boots to the ground, holding that camera to shoot these fight sequences and action set pieces, how difficult it is to be a part of the
yeah,
action, and not many cameramen or cinematographers would probably get in there and kind of do what you do. I know a lot of them out there, they're inspired to do what you do, and they do something similar in their own way, but you getting in there and you're basically, the way you're filming these fight scenes, you're letting the audience become a part of each fight.
yeah,
So we're on the ride with you. We're on the ride, ducking in these fight scenes,
yeah,
especially when you're going around ducking these moves and seeing everything. And yet you're doing all this awesome camera movement, but most importantly, you're showing the action. And
yes,
that's always going to be one of my pet peeves as long as I've been doing this channel and this podcast, is I've always hated when you have these guys doing the quick cut editing and the shaky cam, and you can't see anything,
yeah,
and you're wasting the talents of your stunt people, your team, the action, directors, the fight choreographers, the people performing the moves. You're wasting all of that hard work. the previs, all that. You're
Nice
throwing it out
story.
of the window because you're not
Yeah.
showing the action. So thank God you do what you do, and we can
Uh,
finally see the action scenes.
Well, man, I have my style that, of course, I need to adapt to, each director I work with. I got different inputs from them. I try to blend my style into their vision. And, in fact, if you see these movies, the style of the fights is different
Yeah,
in all of
yeah.
them, but at the same time, you can see that there is the same footprint.
Hmm.
It's like you can tell, and yeah, I mean, they're all amazing. They're actors, man. Brandon, amazing guy, great friend. Luis, my body, like, and Ernesto Diaz Espinosa, fantastic director, fantastic person,
Oh yeah,
all three of them, I love work with them, and we speak the same language. We sit down, we talk references. Okay, what about this scene in this movie? What about this scene in this other movie? Why we don't do it in this way? And we talk cinema, and we find the best solution for the script, and we
yeah,
enjoy the process. That's, to be honest, what I like. I like to work with people. We are like friends. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's the best
yeah.
feeling on set to me, working with my friends. There's nothing better than that, so
Look at that. Perfect picture to show. Look at that.
yeah,
Look at those. Look at those handsome lads
yeah,
right there. Look at that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
Diablo, man, I mean, these guys, I mean, every time these guys work together, Marco and Scott, every
yeah,
time they work together, pretty much it's gold.
yeah,
You're
absolutely.
guaranteed gold. All right. And I mean, how fascinating. I mean, it was fascinating for us as fans to watch, but how fascinating, more fascinating and surreal for you to be there to watch
Yeah,
Marco create this character.
very, very surreal. I can tell you this, like, man. Uh, but first of all, Marco is an amazing martial artist and an amazing guy, like a personal level, great guy, so nice guy. The nicest guy that you can meet is Marco Zaror. And we met the first time on Affinity, and we click right away. We started working together, super good. He designed all the fight scene of that movie, right? So he actually, he co-designed with other people, yeah, the Tony Justin team and these people, and we
Yeah.
we understand each other very well since the beginning, how to do the fight. And honestly, Marco, he has energy. He had too much energy. So it's impossible to keep up with him. Like the Thai
It's all
stands at
that
some point,
it's all
they
that
were like
Kiwi he's
destroying.
drinking. It's all that
Yeah,
Kiwi he's drinking, you
yeah.
know?
Okay, now I give you another anecdote. This is very funny. Sorry, Marco, to say this, but if you see this, I have to say it. So Marco, he doesn't take anything that is not natural, right? Like, for example, he doesn't drink a Gatorade or like a Powerade.
Right.
So one time we are they're doing the previews, they're rehearsing, we are there, Brando is there, Marco is there. And Marco, they try to give him some Gatorade. He said, no, 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 guys, I don't want this. Can you please go to the 7-Eleven and to buy salt? Right? And they look at him like, why I should buy salt? Do you have to cook? And he basically sent them to buy the salt, the big grain of salt. And
Yeah.
he took 2-3 grain of salt, he put them under the tongue. And that is the electrolytes that he needs. Is this level. Marco
Whoa.
is a maniac, is a monster, And I'm telling you,
Wow.
we shoot a fight scene, which is super, the opening fight scene of Affinity, the
Yeah.
one in the alley, right? There is
Right.
like also there are like a take is like 40 seconds, but there are so many camera position and timing because if fight or the camera rotates around, and we have to hit all the marks there. And the Thai stand, they were destroyed. Marco was fresh. Like, and he was like, "Come on, guys, let's go again." And they were looking at him. Bro, we need 5 minutes, but and we're talking about amazing people. These
Yeah.
Thai stands, they're top notch.
Wow.
They're amazing performance. Marco is like another level of energy. He's not a
Wow.
human.
So salt underneath the tongue.
Yeah, just the salt,
Wow.
grain of salt.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hide my energy drink over here. Nobody saw
so,
that. Nobody saw that. But hey,
so, but,
since you just mentioned the action scene, let's have some fun for the audience here. Let's show the clip. Let's check out
absolutely.
some action of Affinity. Yeah.
That's the scene
Yeah.
I was talking about.
Yeah. Now when I watch that fight, I'm watching you behind the camera now,
Yeah,
showing all the cool action. But you, I mean, such an amazing fight scene, and that fight scene really set the tone of what kind of action was, the audience was in store for. That was like a taste of, hey, wake up, audience, here you go, you're about to see some awesome action set pieces, and it's just going to keep getting better and better throughout the movie. And the best martial arts films do that. They start off with a banger, and then the fights get better,
yeah,
and then the end finale fight, which made me scream in the theater, and Brandon made fun of me. He knew I was me screaming in the back when I was like, oh shit. Marco Zaror does that one move where he gets
yeah.
leg swept, spins in the air, and lands and behind. Was it Bram or Brahim?
Brahim Chop.
Brahim, and right into a rear naked choke was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And I screamed in the theater. I was like, "Oh shit!" And Brandon was laughing because he knew that was me up there. But I mean, the best martial arts movies save the best for last. They reward
Yeah,
the audience. Those are the best films, man. That's why we love these
yeah,
type of movies. You know?
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
the final fight scene we shot, I think, 2 or 3 days, and the fight scene is all in Steadicam, which makes it more complicated to do because the Steadicam rotates all around all the time, and you
yeah,
need to hit the right angle, the right mark for to sell the hits. Like sometimes we did like I don't know 15, 20 takes for some moves, and
yeah,
Brandon was at the monitor and Marco perform, and then we went all together to the monitor. "No, let's do it again. Let's do it again." Marco is very precise. He wants everything to be perfect. He's very
yeah. Perfection.
So yeah, and Brahim also. Brahim is amazing. I mean, Brahim is stunt coordinator of Monkey Man,
Yeah,
and
he
yeah,
is a beast.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd love to have him on the
fantastic.
channel at some point, but he's a
Yeah,
he's a beast. But again, going back to rewinding a little bit back to Diablo, again, rewarding the audience. The best fight scene, of course, is with these two legends at the end. And when these two guys are going to go at it and brawl, man, it's going to be phenomenal. It's one of the best,
yeah,
might be the best one-on-one fight scene. We'll see. And Brahim might have something to say about that of last year,
yeah.
but you never know. But yeah, Diablo, if you guys have not seen it, please go out and see it. And I love how you mentioned earlier that all three of these films have three different directors, but they all have their own flavor. All three have three different
Yeah.
types of flavor, but all three are phenomenal. So I always say, hey, have a double feature, have a triple feature, baby. Have a triple feature day. Watch all three of these movies in one day. You'll have a great time. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, man, Affinity was so much fun, and it definitely was not expecting the sci-fi element to play in.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's just something different, something fresh. But let's keep it Affinity around here, and let's have some more fun, and let's show two more clips, and of course we'll get your behind the scenes and how you put it together, Niccolò. Here we go.
Hello, kitty kitty. Know you're in here. from her.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, shit, the way they fight each other, man. I don't know, Scott
Yeah.
Atkins, watch out, brother. Brahim and versus Marco Zaror is coming up right behind you. Watch out. Shoot. We're gonna see some Scott Atkins
Yes,
Brahim fights in the future.
yeah.
Let's go. But yeah, I mean, what I love about that fight, again, because it's almost like it's round one, and then of course we
Yeah,
get round
it's true.
two
Yeah.
later. But what I love about that fight scene is that our hero, he struggled. Our hero, he got choked out. He technically
Yeah.
lost. And I love that because we don't really see, a lot of these movies, usually the hero's invincible the whole way through.
Yeah, man,
So it's nice to see them
I can't
struggle.
agree more. I
Yeah,
can't agree
that's
more
cool.
with that.
Yeah.
In fact,
And
one on the best like fight scene, the series that I like is the Punisher series, where the Punisher with John Bartle, right? He
yeah,
got smashed all the time. Every fight, he's super injured. He has multiple wounds, and
yeah,
he makes the character more tough. He cannot win every time destroying every opponent like it's easy. He has to be
yeah,
hurt as well,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hurt.
And it just makes us root for the hero even more because they're struggling.
Yeah,
There was another
absolutely.
action movie that I really enjoyed, and a buddy of mine um, didn't like it because he's like the hero got his ass kicked during the middle of the movie. Like, I was like, that's a good thing though, man. I was like, he got payback later, but it's like it's a good thing though, man. Some people are kind of old school like that. Like we want to,
Yeah.
I mean, we watch a Jason Statham movie to see him kick ass. We watch the Michael Jai White movies to see him kick ass, right? They're
Yeah.
badasses, but it's nice to see them struggle. It's nice to see, oh shit, somebody's giving Michael Jai White problems. Who's this guy? Oh man, Jason Statham's having struggling with this guy, this fighter. Like this is cool. Then we got to pay more attention.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
raises the stakes of the movie. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. But now this is where I'm just like, okay, I'm getting more satisfaction. I'm more satisfied. Just putting more meat on the bone for Samurai Guy to chomp on. Let's take a look at this action scene here. Look at Marco showing off, baby. Look at him showing
And,
off. The whole stunt crew is American.
suddenly,
Yeah.
yeah, suddenly there are ninjas in the movie.
Right,
It's fantastic.
any movie where random ninjas just show up, I'm gonna have this huge smile on my face. I'm gonna
Exactly.
be like, yes, we don't need the reason why ninjas show up. They're ninjas. Let's go.
Absolutely.
They're protecting the main villain. Oh, we got a chat over here from Twitch. He goes, American Ninja, eat your heart out. Look at that. Shout out to that guy, yeah. Yeah, man. Just phenomenal stuff. How difficult those last two fight scenes, the one in the restaurant and the finale. I mean, with the ninja fight, at least the ninja
The
fight.
ninja
What are the
fight was very
challenges
hard.
of both of those? Or we could just talk about the ninja fight.
Well, you know, in the restaurant fight, we use a lot of breakaways. So you
Okay.
know, it's like, you know, there are a lot of bits and pieces that, you know, we have to do separately. You know, make sure that we use the breakaway in the right way and we don't waste it, and because we didn't have many of them, right? So it was like more tricky. And the ninja fight, it was more physical because it was very hard, man, to shoot and with the katana and then with the tonfa, you know,
Man.
and the shields, sword. You know, it was difficult to shoot the one physically. I remember I was very tired at night, and we did so many takes, and everybody was exhausted. But yeah, it's great how it turned out. We were super happy in the end, and yeah, I think it's very different than the other fights in the movie. If you see that movie, have a very many different style of fights. You know,
Yeah.
there is like gunfight, and then there is like a normal fight with a grappling, with a ground fight, and then there is
Lewis had a knife fight. Lewis, don't forget the
a
Lewis
knife fight.
knife fight. Yeah.
Then you have a katana with
Yeah.
an other weapon fight. In Affinity, there is a little bit of everything. That's why it's
Yeah.
cool, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's pure. It's a
yeah,
pure martial arts movie, action movie, man. It feels
it is.
pure. Like, yeah, the heart is there. The heart of martial arts filmmaking is there.
Because I can tell you that's a movie that we were friends make a movie. Like I became friend with Marco making that movie, and I was friend with Brandon already, and we were three of us sitting down talking about the scenes, shooting the scene. You know, it was beautiful. Like there was not creativity boundaries. You know,
Right,
we,
right.
we were doing what we liked it. You know, like we just did it. You know, that's it. That's why you see it is like this.
Oh man, phenomenal, phenomenal stuff, man. I really enjoyed it, and especially watching it on the big screen with a whole bunch of fans of martial arts movies,
I
dude.
wish I watched it too on the big screen, to be
Oh my
honest.
goodness, I would have grabbed you. I would have been like, ah, like oh shit. Oh my goodness. But man, phenomenal work, phenomenal stuff. Again with
Thanks.
Diablo and Affinity. But
Yeah.
now it's time to go back in time a little bit here with the film that Scott Adkins calls his, what do you call it? His missing in action 2 homage type movie. And I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that because it's very similar. Yeah. It's just a different setting. But yeah, let's talk about Prisoner of War.
Unfriendlies closing in fast from the west. Brace for impact. You boys take cover.
Sleep well. Tomorrow, you die.
So the Brits, are they coming to liberate us or what?
We have to hope.
An example must be made.
Vito puts all the people who misbehave center stage.
Fight to the death. You will keep fighting.
Oh, I'll keep fighting. You can keep lining up your men. Eventually, you'll just run out of warriors. They're coming.
We are at war.
We are prisoners of war. There are rules.
Yes.
Yo. Yeah, big, huge shout
Yeah.
out to the almighty Walgo USA for allowing us to premiere this trailer before it even hit the internet. We actually
Wow.
premiered the trailer at San Diego Comic-Con Superhero Kung Fu Extravaganza panel with the creators Rick Myers and Frank Jang. We premiered it for the live audience there first before it went on the internet. So they got the exclusive at the Kung Fu Extravaganza. So if you guys are going out to Comic-Con, San Diego
Wow.
Comic-Con, come to the Kung Fu Extravaganza. It's a blast. It's hilarious. It's fun. It's badass, and you get exclusives. But they loved it. They loved it so much we played it twice. So
Wow.
we played it, and they're like, "You want to see that again?" They're like, "Yeah," and then we played it again for the live audience. But yeah, all I got to say is, Niccolò, congratulations to Lewis, to Scott, to everyone involved with this project. Shout out
Yeah.
to Shane Kasugi. I loved interviewing him and his brother Kane on the channel. But congratulations for getting Prisoner of War is the number one to hit the number one spot on actionflix.com. Shout out to John. Yeah. Yeah, man. He ranked all the action movies of last year, and Prisoner of War was at the top, man. So
Yeah.
congratulations on the success. I can
Thanks.
speak in English. The success of the movie. Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Very, very tough movie. We shot that film in the Philippines, and when we arrived, uh, our hotel, it was like a how you call it, ex lighthouse, right on the coast, 2 hours far from Manila, and we arrived
Yeah.
in this lighthouse hotel and beautiful hotel, and a typhoon came, one typhoon, right? And we were like, oh fuck, how can we shoot this movie? Because it was the camp, right? It was uh, outdoor. Everything was exterior, right? So they
Yeah.
were building the prison camp, and it was raining, pouring like like in Asia rains, yeah, during the
Yeah.
rainy season, like the monsoon season. So one typhoon, we postponed the beginning of the shoot a few days. That typhoon goes away, another typhoon come. So we
Man.
shot that film during two typhoon. We have to deal with that. So we were shooting a fight scene, sun, blue sky. 30 minutes later, heavy rain, like crazy rain. We hide inside. Everything, the ground becomes a lake now, you know,
My
and we
goodness.
and the sky is gray, and we need to keep shooting because we have to shoot. We cannot stop
Right.
six
Yeah.
hour. So we were did this back and forth. Rain, stop. We go out. We shoot. At some point, we look each other and we say, okay, let's shoot it. Let's shoot it with the rain. And in fact, the other scene with the rain, that's real rain. There's no rain
Yeah.
machine. Yes, but it was very
Wow.
tough, man. It was in the mud, and
Was this the
it
hardest shoot
was.
for you? Was this the hardest shoot for you?
Oh yeah, I was destroyed. Like, and I was not. The funny thing, that film is all shot in Steadicam.
Wow.
All the film except a few dollies, the I
Yeah.
operate. The rest is Steadicam. And you know also, if I was not the camera operator of the film, I was physically destroyed in the end of the shoot because it was too hot, because it was like 38 degree plus humidity with the rain. It
Wow.
was too hot. It was crazy in the Philippines. And I mean, but it was an adventure. You know,
Yeah.
many many
For
crazy
real.
things happened in the shoot. But I
Yeah.
must say this. I must say this. In the end of the day, we kept shooting, and we were very happy with the result. And I
Yeah.
mean, the producer Mark did a great job. Brandon and Luis was fighting every day a battle against the weather, against the problem that
Yeah.
we have. But we made it through. And of course, Scott, man. To me, I want to say this because to me, work with Scott is an honor, because I feel like Scott is what Jean Claude Van Damme was in the 80s, in the 90s, is now, right?
Yeah.
So for me to work with him is like, I feel like if I was back in the 90s or in the 80s, I would be working with Van Damme, right? So I'm
Right.
so happy and proud to work with him in these movies, man. It's like crazy. And the chemistry between him and Luis, is great because,
Yeah.
the friends, they work in many movies before together. So the film was cool, and at the same time super hard to shoot. toughest film ever to shoot. Yeah, no
Man,
doubt about it. Yeah.
thrived. You made it through. And Scott even told me he even got injured during the shoot too. So, but
First
you guys
day,
got through it.
first fight
Was
scene,
it the first day?
first day, first fight scene, first kick. I think something
Oh
like
my
that.
goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we
Yeah,
had
he's a beast.
they had to change. They had to change all the choreography. In fact,
Yeah.
if you see Prisoner
Wow.
War, he does not kick a lot because he got injured. It
Right.
there is a hamstring,
Yeah, that's what he
and
said.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we
that's
had,
right. Man.
they have to change all the choreography. But I mean, it's cool. It's a
Yeah.
different, Scott Atkins
I think
fight
it worked
style.
for the yeah, I think it worked for the better, I think.
But
Made
I
the fights a little bit
it's
more
fantastic.
grounded. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, for
it makes
sure.
totally sense. It makes totally sense that during Second World War it does not do too many fly kicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
So
think he
yeah,
mentioned that too. He was like, "Yeah, we're not going to be doing any like Power Ranger stuff. We're not going to be doing
yeah.
any of that stuff." But yeah, big shout
Oh,
out to him and Peter.
Peter,
Phenomenal
phenomenal.
performers right here.
That's
And
the
there's
real
that
rain.
rain. That's not CGI, folks.
That's
That's
real.
real rain. I think I saw a clip on Lewis's social media. He was like a behind the scenes clip, just you guys just standing there, just getting poured on with rain. Like, and I
So
think
many
Lewis and
times.
Scott said something funny to each other. They're all like, filmmaking. They're like, fuck it,
Yeah,
we're gonna do it. They said something funny like that.
yeah. We were, walking in the mud, like 30 centimeter of mud. Sometime,
Yeah,
it was
man.
so tough, man, so tough.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But you pulled it
we
out,
made it.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. Number
absolutely.
one action movie of last year, according to actionflix.com. There we go. Shout out to John. But yeah, man, just phenomenal stuff. And the crazy
It,
thing is,
thank you.
Nicolo, is you're just getting started. You're just getting
But let
started,
me tell
man.
you something to conclude.
Sure,
I would like to tell you something about the prisoner of war fight
sure,
scenes.
sure.
How we shot them. So if you notice, the final scene of Affinity is shot over with the Steadicam, right? Why?
Yeah,
Because we discussed it. We wanted to make the final fight different than the other fights and make it somehow more grandiose, more,
yeah.
have a
Oh yeah.
different style. So in Diablo, which is the movie that we made after Affinity, I was speaking with Ernesto and we came to the conclusion to do something similar. In fact, and with Marco also. In fact, in the final scene of Diablo, the final fight scene, that's also shot in Steadicam.
Right,
But
right.
Prisoner of War, me and Luis, we talk about this. That we wanted to make a classic movie, almost Kurosawa. So we
Right.
didn't want the camera to be handheld in all the movie. And in fact, that's why all the movies shot with the Steadicam. All the fight scenes are in Steadicam. There is no handheld in all the movie. And because
Wow.
we decided to go in that direction, and to make it more a classic film.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
can
you can
dig it,
see the
man.
evolution of the Steadicam. It's the same Steadicam operator, which is my Steadicam operator here in Thailand, Samnuk, amazing guy, and we brought him in the Philippines, and yeah, and
Phenomenal stuff.
make a
Wow,
movie.
phenomenal stuff. See, three different directors, three different, three different flavors. Right,
Yeah,
same
absolutely.
badass cinematographer. But speaking of just for fun here, I saw the trailer to this last year, and I was like, "Well, this looks like a hoot." We got Speed Train here. What's this project about? It looked like a fun action
Well,
movie.
Preston, I rather don't speak about this film if you don't mind.
Okay, we will move on. All right. But I know you can't speak too much about this movie, but maybe you can give the audience a little taste of what's coming up because my man over here is a part of this project right here. Boom. What? What? John Rambo, the prequel? What? Congrats,
Yeah,
congrats, man,
I,
being a part of this
thank you.
project. So I know you can't
Yeah,
talk that much right now. We'll have to have you back later to
yeah.
talk more about it. But what can you tell us about John Rambo?
But I mean, we are shooting at the moment. Actually, I'm now. We have 7 8 days of break, and that's why I'm back to Bangkok. But in the 16th, I'm flying back to Krabi, and we keep shooting. And I'm just doing camera operator of the fight scene in the second unit.
Yeah,
And yeah, we operate. Like the fight scene of Rambo, but honestly, this movie is not what people would expect or action movie in 2026 because the director Yalmari is a very classic style of director. So the fight scene there are not too much. There are handheld, but the camera is very static. There are crazy rig, crazy explosion. Like, it's amazing, but it's not like
It's not like a
modern.
tank.
It's
It's
not
not
like
like
extraction.
it's not like
You know,
Sisu flipping a tank over the Germans.
yeah,
And
yeah, but
I'm a
it's
big fan of
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
big
yeah,
fan of Sisu
yeah.
movies.
But
They're over the
it's
top. That's the
similar.
point. That's the point.
Yeah,
Sisu's actually
absolutely.
supposed to be over the top.
Well,
But we're not
expect
going to have
that.
flipping tanks in John Rambo, is what you're saying.
No, no, no. I mean, the camera is pretty static. That's
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean. It moves.
Okay.
If it moves, it moves. On crane, on
Okay,
drones, and
gotcha.
But the handheld is very static. We don't do crazy stuff with the camera. It's very
Okay.
classic,
All right.
classic filmmaking. But it's beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
the director has a vision, and the DP of second unit is my friend Wade Mueller, amazing guy, and which he was also in a big bad festival with another movie, Primitive
Hmm.
War. So we were
Oh,
with
yeah.
him in
Yeah.
the
I
same
was at the
festival.
premiere of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Luke
So he,
Spark. Yeah. Shout
yeah,
out
yeah,
to director
absolutely.
Luke
Yeah,
Spark. Yeah.
exactly. Oh, Wade is a friend and he's amazing DP and he's doing a great job. And I'm helping, with what I do better. So I come up then that part and something on the crane, 60-meter high. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm afraid of height. And when I'm on top of 60-meter crane, I look down. I don't
Yeah.
feel too good. So I have to focus on what I'm doing, just
Right.
looking at the monitor. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing for Diablo. We were shooting in the final scenes on top of this factory, like 50-meter height, and on the
Yeah.
floor there was a grid that you could look down, and it was pretty scary, man. Like for
Oof.
who is afraid of height, to be in those
Yeah.
situations, like
I'm not that great with heights either, so I feel
yeah,
you. I
man.
feel you, brother. Yeah, yeah. But this is good news for all you action fans that are watching this right now. That John Rambo, for the most part, the camera work will most part be grounded, nothing super
Yeah,
fancy. So that's good. I'm think when you think John Rambo, you don't think fancy. You think
yeah,
kind of grounded.
absolutely.
Brutal.
No, no.
Stuff like that in terms of camera work
Is
style.
is
Yeah,
loyal to the original. It really,
nice.
yeah. No, but it's gonna
Well, you
be an
got me.
amazing movie. It's gonna be
You
an
got me
amazing
more
movie for
excited
sure.
about it, man. You got me more excited about it for sure. Yeah. Copy that. All right. All right, man. Well, this was a blast, brother. I could talk to this guy about movies, martial arts, and action films all day. But guess
No, for
what?
sure.
He's got filmmaking to do, baby. He's got stuff he
Absolutely.
needs to do.
Yeah.
But brother,
Yeah.
this is your second home now. Please come on back. And
Absolutely. I will.
yeah, before we wrap
But
it up though, do you have any advice for anyone that wants to get into filmmaking or become a cinematographer?
well, I don't know
Don't
because
do
to
it.
be
No, I'm
honest,
kidding.
I learn by myself.
No, you're still there. Go ahead. I blew you up.
Okay.
I'm
Sorry.
still there. I'm
Yeah.
still
I
here.
just I learned to be a DP by myself. Working with other DP. Back in the days in Venice, and so I would say find your own style. Try to be original as much as you can, and of course you will always be inspired by other people. But then find your own style. Don't be afraid to experiment what you're doing. And the end of the day, you have to enjoy the work. You don't need to stress yourself too much. Sometimes you are in situation of pressure. Just enjoy. It's like when you do an exam. If you think too much, you're not gonna perform well. Sometimes you just need to go with the flow. That's it. And
All right.
that's
Great.
my
Great
recommendation.
advice.
But yeah,
Great
but I
advice.
can tell you this also. We are. I conclude. I want to tell you this that in the next months there's
Okay.
gonna be a couple of very cool projects that we're gonna shoot with the same guys. I cannot say more than this because they tell me not to tell anything. But
Okay. Okay.
uh, there are a couple of movies that we will shoot in the next 6 months. They're gonna be a blast. The martial art movie fans, they will be very happy about this.
Yo.
And yeah,
Nicolo's gonna tell me off the air.
yeah,
off
absolutely.
the
Yeah,
we're
I
not
can.
live anymore.
I can.
Off the record. I'm gonna get the scoop and keep it to myself. Anyway, But yeah, man, it's a blast having you here. We appreciate what you do. Looking
My
forward
pleasure.
to what you
Thank you
do
very much.
next. Don't forget, everybody, click on the links below where you can follow Niccolò on his filmmaking journey on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And if you enjoyed yourself right here hanging out with the old samurai guy, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow the Movie Dojo podcast right here on YouTube and on Spotify. That's right. Thank you so much for getting us to 30,000 subscribers. Here's the 40K, baby. We gonna do it. That's right. And yeah, thanks again for watching. There we go. This was great. Keep rocking, guys. You keep rocking. Thanks again for watching, brother. Appreciate that. And we'll see you legends on the next one. Don't forget, Diablo, baby. Affinity, Prisoner of War. Watch all three. Action movie marathon day, baby. That's right. And don't forget, Affinity and Prisoner of War are available on Blu-ray. Yes. I don't know if Diablo's on Blu-ray yet, but Affinity and Prisoner of War are on Blu-ray, so you guys can own it physically and check it out digitally as well. From the almighty Go USA. Niccolò, don't go anywhere, but I'll see all you action movie legends on the next one. Take care, guys.